school, wanted to die. I wish we would crash, man, we would have more time. Mom said it was age, still often cry. So I put on some sage and a rage in my mind. I'm so old, but these days can't do nothing less than mine. Scribbled out pages and lines in the stench of rights that would come in my mind. Hey, got a dose of the bottle's full while I'm reading the Bible to the devil. Getting loaded up, clearing metal, and you know I'm sick of the bet that I'm metal. Hey! 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 Away! Never felt more like a bronze fool. I cut my hair, no more Rapunzel. I'm not here, this isn't possible. Yeah, I can taste the air, is that logical? Well, I'm always been weird, some kind of damsel. But I live in distress or it was so simple, I know. This is in my head, yeah. And this thing must treble again. So I know when I'm in my bed. And I know when I'm off with my friends. So I'm thinking in just I might just need a hospital. I'm not depressed, I just don't enjoy carnival all like the rest. I am a Beatle and I'm Marshall. Dog, I took all the doors and opened up the box. And I'm Cobain, but I don't have the time. So on a reason, yeah, you listen to my bottle. Bobby, T-L-E-Z, move. Where's my brain at? I think it's gonna stop. Someone keep me away from the bottle. Plates on each kind of boy, keep me impartial. Someone keep me away from the bottle. Plates on each kind of boy, keep me home. Got a toast up in the bottle's full. While I'm reading the Bible to the devil. Getting loaded up, flaring metal, and you know I'm sick of the bet that I'm metal. Hey! Got a dose go, and I think I'm a pharaoh. Got a dose go, with a head, here, mine's a pedal. Got a dose go, I'm stuck, rhyming one on a syllable. Trying to meet myself out in the middle, so hello, hey no. Where'd you go?
2, 3, 4. Can I get it on tick? Hell, I'm a little old. I'll get it back to you on Monday. Promise is a promise. You see, I've been down so long, my luck, I could do with a little pick me up. Got lucky at pool. Now I'm half cut. And I know it's a rule.
did I do this time to make you so sad, to make you cry? Every day you lose it. Are you trying to abuse it? It's something I did, it's something I said. Now you want my head. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my charms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you. I wanna make you mine, oh mine. Wanna make you feel good. I try and take my time, man. Well, I take too long. Now you're slipping from my grip with some other guy. I don't think I can stand it when I look in your eyes. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my charms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms. Bad lover, I can't get you in my arms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you with my charms now. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you with my charms. I'm just a bad lover. I can't get you in my arms now. I'm just a bad lover. Bad, 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 yeah.
G'day, sports fans. G'day, racing fans. G'day, me fans. Or bonjour, should I say. It's me. I'm Chris Munro. I'm here, and welcome to another night of action-packed sim racing here, proudly presented to you by Simsational TV, where the cars are virtual, but the racing and excitement is very, very real indeed. Tonight, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for round 2 of 8K Racing's midweek madness called the Wednesday Cup. It's shaping up to be an absolute ripper with these little cars, the Clio Cup cars, as you can see on my screen to my left. It's the 2020 Renault Clio RS 200 BHP brake horsepower. In the old days, torque of 310 newton meters, only weigh about a ton, and just clicking over 220 kilometers per hour here, ladies and gents. It's as I said, shaping up to be an absolute cracker here out on track. My usual co-commentator Zach O'Reilly is off drinking bintangs and lazing around in the sun, being an Instagram boyfriend as well. From what I've seen, his camera finger button is absolutely worn out, but I'm sure he needs the rest there, and we will miss him dearly tonight. So it's just me and my solo dulcet tones for everyone to enjoy for the rest of the evening. Last week we had an absolute ripper of a race night out at Vallelunga there in Italy. We saw the man Fabian Fitness absolutely carve up there, and that is him on the top of the driver standings there. As you can see, Fabian Fitness out with a fairly clear lead of, I think that's 22 points there from Lockie Grant and Nick Mello, who has, I've just found out during the break, ladies and gentlemen, that he has started a little pact with Alex McEwen that both of those guys are going to do a no qualifying for the rest of the season. So you'll see those guys DNQ for the rest of the race, trying to fight their way back from the back. Pink Adams there in fourth position on 157, tied with Cohen Tam on the same amount of points. Matthias Falzon there on 152 with Jason McFadden, Nick Mole, Ryan Nielsen and Matt Belton making out the top 10 standings here in the Wednesday Cup. It's shaping up to be a ripper. We've got, I don't even know how many cars out on track, at least 25 at the moment. So I suspect up near the 30-odd mark there for the night. Welcome to everyone joining us out here in YouTube land. It's good to be back, although so be it, a little bit lonely here in the commentary box by myself. As you can see, I have my beret ready because it's an all-French affair tonight, getting into the Olympic spirit. I should have put an Australian jersey on or something. Maybe I'll come back with one of those after the break. But tonight we are going... We're going racing, and let's do that. Bonsoir, mon chéri. We are here at Magny-Cours in Francais for round 2 of the Wednesday Cup. It's 4.4 kilometres of twist-turny action. 17 turns, in fact. Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a 10-minute qualifying session. Action-packed because it's about a 2-minute lap. They're not going to get many in. Race 1, as always, 15 minutes set from the qualifying grid. Race 2 will be a 16-minute top 10 reverse grid. And the third race of the evening, 17 minutes, top 12 reverse grid. The fastest in practice this week was the man Matthias Falzon, should I say. Sorry, Matthias there with the 2-minute dead, 0.224. That's pretty quick. We're looking at the timesheets now. Fabian Fitness has actually topped the timetables as we speak. But he's only on a 2 minutes dead 0.5, so still a little bit of catching up to do there if he wants to get involved in the pointy end of this qualifying session, which, mind you, is only about 4 minutes away. I think we've done most of the cool stuff here for tonight's broadcast. We might even go down on track and get a closer look at these gentlemen as they cruise around this old F1 track that they used to grace back in the good old days of F1, that is. Here we are down on track. We are following Fabian Fitness as he rounds turn. I'm not too familiar with the layout of this track being on the side. Bonjour, Specky K. Ça va? Comment t'appelles-tu? It's about the extent of my French knowledge. You'll have to excuse my French. It's the first time I can say that without swearing. But we might get into that later on. There's plenty of time for some F and some C and all sorts of goodness coming to you after 8:30 p.m. Just in case any kiddies are watching here in the chat. Good morning to all. Good evening. Google Translate. Yeah, do it. It's coming along in leaps and bounds. The old AI Translate as well. I saw something interesting today in the TED Talk, but we don't want to get into the AK Racing Tech Talk here tonight. We are here for action, and hopefully there'll be plenty of it tonight, as there was last week here around Vallelunga. It was there was a few choice words said down the back sheds afterwards too. There was some questionable choices, some of these drivers out on track, but I'm sure tonight they will have their sensible boots and hats on. And hopefully we can get around this track unscathed, or at least to the most part uninjured. The guys coming in too. I'm just going to get my little handy track map up here, ladies and gents. Now I think the big hairpin is turn 5, and they call it Adelaide. So we're little shades of home there. So I might ride on board with who we got here, Ryan Nelson. Just see where he's at the moment. I think he's coming around the sort of second little straight, perhaps. Coming to a right-hander. This will be Nürburgring, the right-left chicane. Don't want to go too far left there because I think there's track cuts aplenty around here to be had. The baguette of the night. That goes to the biggest dive bomb. That'll be called the baguette head, perhaps. The French stick. The French stick head. Hoi! There we go. We've already started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sensational TV here on a Wednesday night. Now this is the final little turn here. It's basically just a couple of speed humps for the guys there at turn 16 and 17. There is track cuts available, so if you do, I think 5 track cut warnings, and on your 6th you will have a little trip through the pit lane as a scenic venture. So around turn 3, that's the sweeping right-hander, really long. You can pretty much have your foot planted around there in these cars. And then the long kind of not straight down under the bridge. And this is I think, where you're going to see a lot of overtaking and or perhaps dive bombs here into turn 5 of Adelaide. And then there's these little non-turns. See, I really don't count turns that you don't need your brakes for as turns, but they are labelled that way on this track map into turns 7 and 8. Fast flowing little chicane. I'm pretty sure there's no lifting there either. Into the little hairpin left here at turn 9. Turns back in on itself. It's a bit of a fishhook turn into turn 10 and under the bridge again. And they've got a lot of time to check their mirrors before another little dive in the Clio Cup car. Right left chicane up the hill to turn, where are we? Turn 14. Another little tight turn that could use all the runoff, which Ryan Nielsen does quite nicely there as well, if you don't mind. And then another long run up the side straight here towards turn 15, which is a right-hand sort of 90-degree turn. You want to use a bit of the curbing here, which Ryan does quite nicely. These cars get a little bit upset here. And here we go. Get your bouncing boots on. It's straight across, which I think you'll see quite a few drivers doing, but probably not so much during qualifying, because your lap will be invalidated if you keep up that sort of shenanigans. Oui, oui, says Fabian Fitness in the chat. Bonjour, or bonsoir. Bonsoir, mon ami. I should have brushed up on a few French sayings tonight. That might have gone down well. I don't know. But we are at the end of practice, ladies and gents. You know what that means? We are one step closer to the start of qualifying. So get your predictions in. Who's going to be at the top of the timing tower come the end of qualifying? It's a 10-minute session, if you can remember. Fabian Fitness, not bad work if you can get it. James Claypole's out in the server for the first time here in Wednesday Cup Season 13. He's been busy practicing. Oh, but by the looks of that, he might need a little bit more. Dax Daniels there, just parked on the main straight as well. And I think everyone will be vacating the server here in just a minute so we can get geared up for qualifying. So, ladies and gents, it's almost time to get your drinks refilled. Alex McEwen is out there as well, and he will have a brand new livery in qualifying. Don't you worry about that. He did send it to me just before. Who else? We've got Kartik Kumar there in the number 12. What's that livery look like? A little red and black number, a bit of grey there. Very nice. Very race car looking. I think that's pretty much everyone except for Alex McEwen is probably the last man out on track at the moment. Oh, he's got someone there in front of him. Certainly not Nick Mello. But look at the liberties taken in that final chicane. I'll tell you what. We'll have to get some insight from the drivers whether that is a track cut or not. We'll get a little overview of this beautiful circuit. See how high we can go in the sensational blimp. We're up here, watching down into turn 1 and 2. There's turn 3, the big, long radius, Curva de Grande style, parabolica, if you will. Plenty of curves, plenty of curbs, plenty of speed as well. It's a high-speed track. A lot of fast-flowing turns. And I think, ladies and gents, that is the end of free practice 1. So we are ready. It was Fabian Fitness that did top the timesheets in the end with a 2 minutes flat 0.5. Jake Buttigieg not far behind. They're about half a second. With Cooper Nathan up there, I think that might be the first time we've seen him in the Wednesday Cup. Nick Mello there in 4th. Cohen Tam in 5th. Falzon, Claypole, Grant, Hughes, Ryan Nielsen, make out your top 10. There's so many cars. We're just going to have a flick through. I'm not going to read them all out, but you can use your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, to to read those names. There's quite a few of them in the server tonight. We've got 20. We've got 30 even. It looks like. Yeah, we've got roughly 30 in the server at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is time for you guys to go and fill your drinks. I'm going to do the same. And we will see you back after this break for qualifying.
Can when you don't even know. You tell me that I can't before you let me go. You tell me what now when I know yeah. Cause some may see swallow, some may say yeah. Well, tell me what to want when I want this. So tell me how to feel when I'm around this. Well, tell me how to slow when I want such a me wish you'll never see. They call me crazy. That's all I'll ever be. This music's saving. 27 years. But tell me how did them dreams disappear? Well, let me tell you all about the deepest inner fears. Watching days turning into years. Well, tell me what they think when they think you're wrong. Well, tell me what you write when I sing my song. Tell me what to do, yeah. You got me crazy. That's all I'll ever be, yeah. This music saved me from what they told me I should be.
And we're back, viewers, here with qualifying, and they are just about to go green here for the pit lane. That will go in 3, 2, 1, and they should be just about off. We'll see who's going to be the first one out of the qualifying server. It's certainly not Jake Buttigieg. It is Fabian Fitness there, so we'll see him going on his outlap. It's quite a long outlap. That's 2 minutes worth, ladies and gents. So keep an eye on that. But for the time being, we've actually got a special guest in the commentary box. He's just jumped in. He's popping his headphones on at the moment. It's ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Nick Mello, who is our WC multiple time champion since the birth of this series. Nick Mello, how are you feeling, mate?
I'm very good. Bonsoir, everyone.
Oh, bonsoir.
Great to be here. So, thanks for inviting me into the Combox.
No, it's all right. You invited yourself, but that's all right. We're a friendly joint here at Sensational TV, so we'll have plenty of special guests. I don't think Ray Warren's going to make any appearances tonight. You are racing in this race weekend, are you not?
Yes, I am. Sitting out qualifying as a bit of a bet between Alex McEwen and myself. But yeah, no, I'm hoping to have a fun time. I've just driven the track for the very first time in any car just before qualifying. So yeah, looking forward to how it's going. It's pretty wild over some of the curves here.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of these drivers are sort of taking a fair bit of liberty with the track limits, especially around that final chicane there. It turns 16 and 17. It's pretty much just a BMX jump there, or one of those big traffic calming things you see in the suburbs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But yeah, doesn't seem to be a track cut there, so it's fair play, I suppose. We look here at Fabian Fitness, the first one to start his lap. Great example there, and he probably will be even more aggressive on his hot lap.
Yeah, I was about to ask one of you guys if that is indeed a track cut, or is it just pretty much as far as you can get over to the left is play on?
There is track cuts there, but they're very, very deep into the apex, so you're pretty much full wheels all over the curb, doing a jump with the whole car.
Yeah.
To be on the pace.
Well, that's not too bad. At least, as we saw there, the car does look a little bit upset for going over those curbs, so it might just be a risk-reward style situation as to how much of that cherry you want to bite off.
Oh, definitely. You can get it fairly consistently if you really turn in early and then you kind of straight line it, and the straighter you can keep the wheel while doing that, the better. But I think you'll find that, especially in the race, it'll be chaotic with some people tackling that at different speeds, and also the visibility through there following another car.
Yeah, depending on what kind of view you use there in the cockpit, perhaps, or sitting up on the bonnet or in third person. I don't know if anyone races in third person, but good luck to them if they do. It's but you get a range of ways that people play these sim racing titles.
Yeah, indeed. I'm definitely first person, all for the immersion myself.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, no, it's good to.
Shall we jump on board with someone? and
let's-
take a look at a lap around here.
Let's do that. We're just on board actually with Fabian at the moment. So he is, not too sure where he is, but he's coming up to the end of his first hot lap. So we might just get him across the line, and then we'll go with whoever is next in line, and you can talk us around a lap of this circuit. As we see here, he comes now. Fabian Fitness over said 16 and 17, and he crosses the line for a 3:21. That's been invalidated, so that's no good for him. Next person in line is Cohen Tam, so we're going to ride on board with him.
All right, coming into turn one, it's no downshifts here, just a tap of the brakes and sometimes even just a lift. And then back down to third gear for this. You'll really want to try and hug the inside of the road here. There's a lot of camber that will help you hold you to it. And full throttle pretty early on coming out of here. Then you're just plucking gears all the way down to Adelaide. These are corners, but not really. So we'll just wait until the next real corner.
Yeah, I always say that. It's not really a corner if you don't have to use your brakes.
And here he is, swinging into the racing line. Pretty good on the brakes there. He's just missed the apex and struggled to get it rotated at the end there, but not too bad. That won't cost him a lot of time. The brakes are quite difficult in these cars, and especially the back end feels pretty floaty at this track with the smooth surface. Braking down here, no downshift, just carried in fourth gear is the best way to do it. And then braking here, it's a really late apex and this corner's off camber, so you've got to take it deceptively slow on the entry. On the power as early as you can out of there, and this is all flat up until Imola. Imola is a brake and a downshift for me. We'll see how Cohen handles it. Yeah, downshifted there as well. And then basically flat out on the exit here, swing back over to the left, and he's... Oh, okay, I thought he was going to carry second gear there. He's plucked first and straightened it up nicely. So this lap's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, it does. He was purple in the first sector, so that look out for that, ladies and gents. He might be on for an improvement at the moment.
Back down to first gear for this one too, and let's see how aggressive he is over these curbs. That's if that's not invalid.
That looks like that was invalid, ladies and gentlemen, and rightfully so. That would be classed as taking the piss here at Sensational TV. Meanwhile, James Claypole, the new man in the server, has just made his way into the top position. So keep an eye on him. He just jumped into this series very late this afternoon. So he is not ripe at all. Oh, as we see the car getting really squiggly there from Matt Falzon. Around turn, I think that was 4 or 5. All these turns look the same to me. This is very unfamiliar territory for a young Australian here in the French wilderness, with all the Olympic bullshit going on as well. It's certainly a culture shock to me. But here goes, who's this? Jake Buttigieg joins the front row, and by an absolute bee's dick as well. He's looking pretty good. He's got a little bit of lap traffic there to get around. I think that's Bink Adams there in the bright purple. Or is it? No, it's another bright purple car. It's quite hard to tell here with so many cars out on track, Nick Mello.
Yeah, indeed. Very popular series once again for the Wednesday Cup, so it's a great initiative by yourself initially starting it up, and it's been running strong ever since.
Yes.
I do have to say, I hope some people aren't cutting through that last chicane to get a speed boost to start their next lap, which is kind of the impression that I've got from a couple of these guys. And deliberately invalidating, so that might be a trick that some of them might have to get slapped for, but...
okay, well, we'll call them out. That's, who did it the last time? Cohen Tam. We've seen him do it at least once.
You'll get Martin Brundle bluntness from me.
Yeah, absolutely. No bullshit here in Wednesday Cup. We've got 1:49 to go here in this session. It looks like Jake Buttigieg's down about 8/10 here on his personal best, so he's not going to be making any improvements such yet. Might go down the field here and have a look for some new drivers here. Mark Trenery we haven't seen in at least in the first round, so he's back in the Wednesday Cup again for some action down here. He's sitting in 15th position at the moment. Oh, just getting a little bit squirrely over that exit curb. I don't know how well these cars, they look like they sort of dance around a little bit on these curbs. So maybe best to advise to keep him off it. But he's got 1:10 to improve on what he has so far, which is a 2:06.1.
Yeah, definitely these curbs can really unsettle the cars. They are capable of taking a lot of curb, but it's all about how you initially attack them. For example, if you're unstable on entry, that's really going to hurt you over them. But if you can manage to get the car stable as you attack the curb, you can really take a lot of it and plant your foot to get you out the other side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big moment there through turn 3.
He's really putting it all out there. Why not? There's nothing to lose when you're down there in the mid-pack. It's, there's worse places to be, but I'll tell you what, he'll be right in the thick of the action if he starts from there. That's off the 8th row so far. Here we are in the final 20 seconds. We're going to see who is on top. It's Fabian Fitness. Still hasn't broken into the 2-minute mark. He's gone purple in the second sector, mind you, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get him into the 2-minute flats. There's a lot of smoke signals coming out of these cars. I think it's because of the stiffness of the rear. Really, look at that. Just jumps over the curve, goes purple in the third, does not improve. So that's the end of his lap. James Claypole is chasing. Checking his second times as well, so he is just on the start here, down into turn 4. So he's got it all to make up. I tell you what, he's not doing too badly for a bloke that has just jumped into the series.
Yeah, no, he's and he's quite strong in our other series too. So it's you'd expect him to jump on quickly, the iron rod. But so he's coming down off camber turn here again. He's done a late apex there, but he's very hesitant on the throttle. You can really jump on it early if you hit that late apex right there. Looking at the line, there's some personal best sectors coming, but nothing that's looking to threaten Falzon at the top.
Yeah,
who's another newcomer to this series and performed quite well in qualifying last week, but seemed to get shoved out the way a bit in the race. But certainly his pace is strong.
Yeah, certainly a bit of shenanigans at the start of that race last week, all three of them actually. So anyone that got through that sort of count their lucky stars, went and bought themselves a lotto ticket. So that's sort of the way it goes. You found yourself not caught up in it, but just sort of, you said yourself, you were struggling to get through the pack as easily as you used to. Just the way these cars are built, front-wheel drive is a real leveler. And there goes James Claypole for 2:01.15, sorry, and that is not an improvement. But Fabian Fitness is there sitting in second place with a 2:01.91. We're going to go back to the pits and see who it actually was. And that is an official bees dick, ladies and gentlemen. That's 16 thousandths between first and second. Falzon gets pole position for race 1 here at the Wednesday Cup. Fabian Fitness in second, James Claypole third. Jake Buttigieg joins him on the second row with Cohen Tam, Nathan Hughes, Lockie Grant, Cooper Nathan, Big Adams and Sarge Illich make out your top 10. I can just flick over the page and everyone can read those because there is a lot of names here to read out, and I just ain't got time for that. Nick Mello, though, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box. I'll go and let you get suited up and prepped for the oncoming 3 races.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's hope it's a good one.
Yeah,
cheers.
Let's hope so. Good luck. Words from the super coach there, Nick Mello, a multiple series winner here in the Wednesday Cup. There are 33 cars in the server. It's good to get a little insight there from one of the champions around the joint. Nick Mole in the chat says, I just spun before the line at the end on his only clean lap. Well, I tell you what, I can hear the violins from here, Nick Mole. That is an absolute devastation there for you. We're going to zoom in on the broadcast. Oh, geez, that's a bit too fast. Chris, on the old pre-cam, we're going to zoom in on the broadcast vehicle there, the trusty old Ford Transit. Been upgraded with a brand new satellite dish there on the top. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are enjoying the stream so far. Extreme Sim Motorsport TV says hi, boys. You guys must be another streamer out there. That's good to see. Plenty of action around the country for us commentators to get our teeth sunk into. I'll give you the hot tip. But I'll tell you what else it's time to get sunk into. It's time to refill your drinks, ladies and gents. Go and get yourself some little munchies, maybe a little packet of popcorn or something, whatever tickles the fancy. Or actually, since we are in France, it might be time to go and cook up some croissants and join us with some snail's legs in just a moment, because race 1 is just around the corner. Bonjour, je m'appelle Chris Munro here for Sensational TV, and I'm getting into the Olympic spirit with the old Aussie cricket shirt there. So up the green and gold here in France. The grid is lined up out there on the grid at the moment. A minute 36 before we see some action here and lights out. And I'll tell you what, I'm getting tingles, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting excited because this is going to be absolutely cracking stuff tonight. The boys have told me that they're rip roaring and ready to go, and so am I. I tell you what, if Zach O'Reilly is in the chat, let it be known that you are here, my son, because I tell you what, it's hard talking by yourself these days. It's not quite used to it, but here we go in the sensational booth, all on my lonesome. Nick Mello's gone back out on track to start his campaign from the very back. I think he's got about 30 odd cars to pass, 33 if I am exact. So we'll see what sort of headway he can make. We've got about 30 seconds, so we're going to go down trackside now and get into position for the start of this race. 30 seconds to go now. It is Matthias Falzon off the front row with Fabian Fitness just behind him. James Claypole and Buttigieg off the second row. Tam and Hughes off the third. Grant and Nathan off the fourth. Bink Adams and Sarge Illich make out your first 5 rows of the grid tonight. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm battling the flu or some sort of rubbish virus. But here we go. 3 seconds to go. The lights are out and we are away. And it's a pretty good start there from Falzon. He will absolutely smoke Fitness off the line and lead into turn 1. Fitness coming down the line there with Buttigieg. And it looks like they all got through pretty unscathed. We're going to just freeze the camera there and watch this field stream through. That's fantastic driving. Oh, there's a car off into the bunda, but look, for the most part, everyone has got through fairly safely. We're going to join up with Cooper Nathan at the moment. See how he's going. We're going to get can we get a top view? Here we go. There, that's Falzon in front. Fitness putting on the pressure. James Claypole behind. And a little bit of a gap to Buttigieg. Oh, you can see the smoke signals there. Oh, no, they're playing Skittles in the background, ladies and gents. We're going to get off that because we don't want to see that kind of rubbish here in Wednesday Cup. Someone's launched it off the back row. There's a car just sitting errantly there off the exit of turn 3. That's in a very awkward position. Oh, my God, it looks like Brandon Pierce got tangled up in that mess as well. Oh boy, Fabian Fitness is now in the lead of the race. It's all happening. Falzon's just been hung out to dry because Claypole has snuck his little nose up on the inside there. Look at this gaggle of cars at the moment. There's about 5 of them or 6 of them all in very close tow, headed by Fitness with Claypole. Buttigieg looking up the inside there of Matt Falzon, but Falzon just shoves it back up the inside, and they go 2 by 2 through this little right-left chicane. And, look at this. Falzon late on the brakes. That's the end of his race. And Buttigieg's. That's terrible stuff from Matt Falzon. He just obviously very fast over a 1-lap sprint, but didn't know where to brake when he was off the racing line. It's a very common symptom in sim racing, ladies and gentlemen. It always pays to do your practice with other cars on the track. But here's Ryan Nielsen. He's looking up the inside of his Rangiart. No, it's not Rangiart teammate. It's just another car out on the track. That's Jace McFadden in front with Cohen Tam as well. Those two guys going side by side down the main straight. Jace McFadden hooking it to the inside to try and get that better line into turn 1. He might have a little overlap, but he has to just get out of the throttle because there will be a bit more chaos if he does just stick the nose up inside there uninvited. And look at this, Nielsen. We're going to ride on board with Nielsen and just see the view that he's got at the moment. He's got 2 red-hot little Clios there in front of Jason McFadden and Cohen Tam. It's really hard visibility to see actually out of the front of these cars. So I'm not surprised a few of these guys missed their braking marker there on the first lap. But I'll tell you what, they will be back again. There's lots of smoke coming down from the front. But that's just a characteristic of these vehicles. I thought there might have been a car spun around, but there was not. But I'll tell you what, Nielsen, there is a car spun around. That's Jake Buttigieg down the back there. He's not having the best of starts to this round. I'm sure he will be back for more, though. There's plenty more racing to come tonight. Holy moly. Let's look up the field for some battles here. Maybe down the field's the place to be. Dax Daniel and Alex McEwen swapping positions there, but Dax Daniel, what a time to switch to him in his brand new livery as he puts it up against the fence. That's bad luck for Dax Daniel. He'll live to see another day. And Natai Watere here in the number 3 Renault Sport, sitting in 18th position. He's got a little bit of clear air in front of him, so hopefully he can make up a bit of time there. And eyes forward and look up the field. Treasures up there. Here's Sarge Illich and Smith. Natch Smith just trading positions there. That's a nice livery. I love that colour scheme. Oh no, there goes Illich. Just taking too much curbing, as we've said in the pre-game show, the curbs here. And these little Clios just do not agree with each other in the slightest. So you just got to be very careful if you go sending it into any of these curbs because, mate, I'll tell you what, you're just not going to be able to handle it. And you're going to come off second best, pointing the wrong way. Sam Bensley, however, is putting Or he was under pressure, should I say, from Alex McEwen, who is making his way through the field. I haven't seen Nick Mello's name pop up on the timing sheet, so he is still at least 25th. There's a car off. Don't know who that is. I think that's Mark Trenery. So he's having a tough time now. He was up the field. Now he is down it. Here goes Alex McEwen in his brand new livery. Gets up into the field. Very nice. Or a flat. Yep, nothing wrong with that at all. As the guys in front of him are going to go 3 wide. There is Nick Mello. He has made his way through. And he's going to go in the middle of this sandwich here into 3 wide. Just gives it enough room. That's beautiful driving, beautiful awareness there from the multiple WC champion as he just makes his way through that pair. And eyes forward for him. He's got Balzon up the road, who had a terrible start. Terribly unlucky start, should I say. Could be called the Carnage Cup. It is midweek madness here. Thank you very much. And it is out as a beginner series, so you do get a wide range of skill levels, should we say. And even in these easy to drive little low-powered machines, you do get the red mist that descends. Hard time keeping these guys on the track sometimes. No matter what you say to them, you're always going to have a crack. But here goes, speaking of having a crack, here comes Mark Trenery up behind Risky Pier. First time in the Wednesday Cup this season. He's sporting his trademark colours as well now, Brandon Pierce. He's could be sending an email to Monster Energy Racing to get some of that sponsorship money, and why not? The battle for the lead is on, ladies and gents. James Claypole, in his first time out here in the Wednesday Cup, has got fitness under all sorts of pressure at the moment. He's right under that mini rear wing that is just sitting off the hatchback here of the Clio. Right up the back, giving him almost a little bit of a bump draft there up the straight. This is a right-hand turn. I'm pretty sure it's turn 15, 14. No, it's not. I don't know where they are. This track is very confusing, ladies and gents. It's turn 14. Here he goes. James Claypole has got the aid of the suck, mind you. Not picking up from the very start when we speak. Okay, I know what that is. That is and the noise gate. Cheers for that, Becky K. Hopefully that's good enough. That back on. How's that for Mike Levels? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your booty on the floor. I'm gonna wait for that delay to pick up. Well, now it is a bit quiet. I'll turn myself up. That's get it. The gain goes up. 2, 1, 2. Testing. All right, here we go. We're back, ladies and gents, and Fabian Fitness, for the time being, has held James Claypole at bay. There's a little bit of a battle going down the field here with Buttergig, Nielsen, and the cook. The chef has arrived on the scene. He's swerving around, trying to find a way through. That's James Bullock as well, in the bright yellow. You can't miss that one. He goes around the outside of Hayden Cook. Oh, gets a little bit sideways, keeps it on the track, though. Very hard to navigate through there. That is certainly a track cut, and you don't get many of those, ladies and gents. He might be up for a little trip through pit lane if he keeps doing that. I'll give you the hot tip. Gee whiz. McFadden, Jason McFadden, Brian's cousin, we call him. He gets $1 million every time he gets a spot up in the top 10 from his artist cousin Brian. You have to go back a fair way. You have to be an old person like myself to know who Brian McFadden is anyway. But he's getting looked at by Bink Adams as well. Just sort of Jink Adams, we'll call him, as he jinked to the inside there to just show the nose to Jason McFadden there. Wasn't enough to put Jason off his line, and I don't think it will. There's you could throw anything at this bloke, and he'll take the pressure like anything. So there's no putting that off. There looks to be a bit of a change for the lead, or at least they were battling, because James Claypole has again found himself right under that rear wing. And Fabian Fitness here for the lead of this race. Just shows the nose a little bit. Oh, God, geez, going over that sausage curve is dangerous. Holy moly, that's a lot of pressure. Maybe even a little bit of contact. Dives up the inside, gets on the brakes, gets it pulled up, and both guys giving each other a lot of room. Very respectful racing here, but the battle is not over. These two will be side by side, heading up the straight now, looking into this little left-hand sweeper, but Fabian Fitness just had the better going out of that turn and will resume in the front of this race. He gets in the middle of the track, just placing his car nicely, but James Claypole had a really good run out of 14-15. Excuse me. Out of 17 now, and this battle is... I just cannot look away here, ladies and gents. Look at this. James Claypole searching for a way through, but I tell you what, Fabian Fitness is making that Clio about the size of a double-decker bus at the moment. There's no way through for him. Look at him just searching around the outside, searching for a little bit of grip somewhere in this, somewhere on this French circuit. There's just nothing happening for him at the moment. He's just going to hold station. He's got 4 minutes to get the job done. Keep that in mind, James Claypole. Don't throw it away on a frustrating or a frustration sort of effort here. So he pulls out of the slipstream, goes down to the racing line. Fabian Fitness covers him off up the inside. Oh, the switchback, though, from James Claypole looks absolutely beautiful, but the momentum was maintained around the outside there from Fabian Fitness. This battle is heating up with 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Here goes James looking down the inside. It's not going to happen for him again. I wonder if we can get a reverse view here from this car. We're just going to flick through. There we go, we can. Here goes James Claypole up the inside. A bit of a mistake there from Fitness. That's going to leave the door open. There goes James Claypole up into the lead. That is the new race leader, ladies and gentlemen. He goes into the lead of this race with 3 minutes and 24 seconds. He may just have a little bit more pace as well. So hopefully he just gets his skates on for himself and puts a little bit of a gap between him and Fabian Fitness for now. There's another car off the road there. That is someone who is exiting the server as well, mind you. So that is the end of their race. But I tell you what, the suck is strong here, ladies and gents, because Fitness has held on to the back of James Claypole, and I don't think this is the last we'll see of these two guys battling in this race. There is only 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. That is about a lap and a half. Excuse me. Oh my goodness! I need my co-commentator here to take the pressure off my vocal cords. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. But looks like James Claypole just put a little bit of a gap there in that final sector. So he's got about 3/10 to play with, and that's about all he needs, I'd imagine. He'll be looking straight forward, trying to just clean up his line, get that heart rate down a little bit, breathe, and try and take the win of this race. This might be his first win in AK Racing, so we're going to cheer him home, hopefully, because Fabian Fitness had plenty of wins last week. He's the man to beat right now. But looking back here, Jake Buttigieg and Watare, Ollie Longley there as well with Brandon Pierce joining this little party of four down the back. This is the battle for the 13th position. Tell you what, it's a top 10 reverse grid. So at the moment, Matt Valzon will find himself back in pole position, which is kind of ironic. I don't know if there's some sort of irony there, or bad luck. It's something, but Mateus Valzon at the moment our pole sitter for race 2. Fabian Fitness has closed that gap down to 2.5 tenths in the meantime, and look at that, gap's coming down by the second. It's down to under 2 tenths now. Look at the slipstream. He's getting all of that behind the hatchback in front. Clashing over these curbs now into turn 14. And a long little run up here under the bridge. You can see the yellow flags there going off under that bridge. They are not for this race series. We do not have a safety car. Here goes Fitness just getting on the brakes late, but Claypole was well aware of it. gave him plenty of room and just ducks back up the inside and says, thank you very much, mate. Have another go next lap. There's a bit of lap traffic getting in the way as well. That's very untimely. But these two guys have made their way past, but fitness has now got the better of it, and he will take the lead back into turn 1 and 2. There we go, ladies and gents. But here goes Claypole back up the inside. I'm not going to make it to the end of this race, let alone the end of this night. Holy moly. If these two keep going at it like this for the lead of this race, for the win in race 1, I'm absolutely done for. But here he goes, James Claypole, Fabian Fitness, side by side once again down this back straight. James Claypole does have the inside line and the aid of an errant car there, just getting off the racing line. Well done there to that guy there. I think it's Sam Bensley or his teammate, McCall. This is the last lap of the race, ladies and gentlemen, and these two drivers absolutely know it. They're giving each other a little bit of door handle rubbing as well. There goes Fabian Fitness just sweeping around the outside and taking the lead of the race. What an opportunity of time to do it. James Claypole. Oh, no, there's a big mistake there from Fabian. That invites Claypole back into this race. There's nowhere for him to go but through the little chicane. You can't go through them. You got to go around them, and there's no way for him to go at the moment. James Claypole, we're going to ride on board and see if he can just make something happen here in the final stages of this race through the right, left chicane into the last full big braking zone. You might just see a little bit of a send up the inside. It's not going to happen. He's going to go wide. Fitness takes it a nice defensive line. And there's a bit of a run now down into turn 15. 3 turns to go for this race. Who's going to take the win here in race 1 tonight? Fabian Fitness. I think he won all 3 of last week's races, so he's cherry ripe for another one. James Claypole wouldn't mind to take the W off him. He takes an outside line. They're both going to go crashing across this last curb. Who's going to do it? It's going to be Fabian Fitness takes the win in race 1. What an absolutely cracking battle between those two guys. Claypole will have to settle for second here. Lockie Grant crosses the line in third. A fairly lonely race for him. Cohen Tam, nice work from him up there in fourth. With Cooper Nathan getting a top 5 finish tonight. He'll be happy with that. Bink Adams there taking top 6 with Nick Mello of coming from dead last to 7th. What a drive from him. Jason McFadden in 8th position with Matthias Falzon, who made his way up to 9th in the end, so he will still start front row. He'll still start front row, but it's not going to be pole. This man's on pole. James Bullock, he's already got out of the server. Poor old Alex McEwen will have to start from 11th position, as well as Cook, Longley, Natai Wateri there. Ryan Nelson, Buttigieg, Amon, our Malaysian Marvel. Here he is. He's back, ladies and gents. For Cool Racing there in the number 6. Nick Mole in 18th. Illich in 19th. Brandon Pierce in 20th with Sam Bensley. Trenery. Dooley. Kai McConnell in 24th. And Josh Thomas rounds out your top 25 in race 1 tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, what an absolutely cracking race there. On a fast-flowing circuit like that, when two guys are on, it's so hard to look away. So congrats to both of those guys for keeping it clean. And that's what can be done, ladies and gents, with a little bit of practice, a little bit of alien technology, I'm sure, going on between the ears of those two guys. We're going to be back, ladies and gents, just after a short break. I'm going to eat this soother. And we're going to be back, hopefully, with a rejuvenated voice for race 2. So hang tight and don't go anywhere.
Never give a damn about running late. Lie through my teeth when I call you mate. Never gonna say thanks or please. Thanks or please. I wanna be a sociopath and I'm gonna pretend I'm so cool. I wanna be a sociopath and I won't never say sorry, sorry to you. Never give a damn about running late. Lie through my teeth when I call you mate. Never gonna say thanks or please, thanks or please. Never give a damn about running late. Lie through my teeth when I call you mate. Never gonna say thanks or please, thanks or please. I wanna be a sociopath and I won't give a damn about you. I wanna be a sociopath and I'm gonna pretend I'm so cool. Never give a damn about running late. Lie through my teeth when I call you mate. Never gonna say thanks or please, thanks or please.
They got you in a corner, back to the wall. They stop you on the border, they got you by the balls. You know they're out of order, but they'll find out you won't give in. You know they're in for a shock now, 'cause you fight to win. You fight to win. They wanna break your body, they wanna break your soul, they wanna break your spirit.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. We're just about set for a start here in race 2. Cracking battling there from the start there from those guys. Fitness and the newcomer, James Claypool, or the Iron Rod as he's affectionately known here in Wednesday Cup. I'm getting invited to the Olympics next time. I'm going to have to try my best. Hopefully sim racing's involved in the Olympics. What would we say to that? Wouldn't that be good? Getting into the French spirit as well with a bit of vino. Always good to do on a Wednesday night, I suppose. The Barrow's a bit tight, but we'll do our best out there. I'm thinking of my mate Zach O'Reilly out there in Bali, stretching his legs back on the old banana lounge and hooking into a few bintangs. I wonder if he's bought himself a singlet or two that he can wear around the beaches of Melbourne. He'll be getting around. What's one of the beaches in Melbourne? Anyone who lives there, I don't know. Glenelg, is that in Adelaide? What am I thinking of? Port Melbourne? Is that a good place? I don't know. I've never been. Anyway, it's a minute 46 to go until we have lights out here in race 2. It's 16 minutes. It's a top 10 reverse grid. So we've got James Bullock off the front row there in the bright yellow Renault Clio. You can't miss it. Next to him is Matthias Falzon, who was the quickest in practice and in qualifying. So I'll tell you what, if you get him in a bit of clear air, you might just see the end of, you might just not see the back of him, if you know what I mean. He'll disappear off into the French sunset. But we're going to take you down to trackside right now. So you can hear the revs of these Clios. They're actually quite nice sounding. And once the revs get up, tell you what, I'm up as well. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good to have you all in the chat. If you haven't done so as of yet, click that like button and give us a little subscribe on the channel. Goes a long way. We're on the road to 400, ladies and gents. I think we're about 4 off at the start of the stream. I haven't checked it yet. So hopefully we can click over the 400 mark tonight. That would be a big milestone for myself and Zach O'Reilly. 15 seconds to go now till we get some lights out and action. It's Bullock and Falzon off the front row, ladies and gents. We've got 2 seconds to go. And we're away and we're racing, and it looks like a pretty good start from Falzon. So he's going to try and just shove his nose up, but it looks like on the later phase of it, James Bullock's got the better of it. They're going to go 2 by 2 through the first little sector into turn 3. That's a pretty hot entry there from Bullock. He's going to leave himself vulnerable, maybe a little bit on the exit. But who's that in 4th position? No, that's Jason McFadden up the inside. Nick Mello's there giving all sorts of carry to Falzon in front, trying to just take as much slipstream as possible. So they're going to come down here into turn 4, which is the heavy braking zone. We're going to see a send up the inside. Who's that? That is Jason McFadden. Oh, there goes Falzon up the inside. Bit of contact there with the leader, but he just gets a foot out of the throttle and does the correct thing there as well. So not too much harm done. And it looks like everyone's got through there unscathed, which is an absolute marvel to the skills here in this circuit. In this service, should I say. James Bullock still leads with Nick Mello in tow. Geez, he's made up some positions here in this race. He started off down in 7th, I think, and he's back up into 2nd position. And try, how long can James Bullock hold him out? It's going to be a long time, but here comes Alex McEwen just getting through a bit of a gaggle of cars there as well. They're all battling back behind them. That's Claypole, Buttigieg, Ryan Nielsen in the thick of it as well, with Kai McConnell there with a couple of cars on his inside. Oh, what was that? Absolute madness there from Nielsen, just turning in while there was a car next to him. So he's been sent off into the bunda. These cars going 3 wide as we get a bit of a reverse view there from the back suspension. I don't know if that's the best one we can see this battle unfolding with. As we see the stream of Renault Clios come down the back straight. Holy moly, what a sight to behold. And the battle for the lead I missed. Thank you very much. And there goes Nick Mello off into the sunset with James Bullock behind Jason McFadden looking up the inside of Falzon. Gets that job done as well. So he's up into 3rd. Falzon just chasing at the moment, and he's got Cohen Tam just looking and biding his time back there in 5th position. There's a little bit of a gap too. Alex McEwen and Cooper Nathan there. Buttigieg giving Claypole a bit of a hurry up as well. I'll try to get myself away from that mic. I do have a mute button here. I'm going to use it a bit more sparingly, or a bit more. I'm going to use it a bit more. How about that? I don't need big words here at Sensational TV. Buttigieg getting all crossed up and drifting down into turn 4. That'll do. Keeps it straight. Keeps it on the straight and narrow. So he lives to fight another lap. Is there some rubbish going down on the back here? There is. It's an absolute battle pack. We're going to stick with Kurt McConnell because he's got Sarge Illich in front and Ollie Longley behind. Following that is Fabian Fitness, and there he goes. Kai McConnell off into the tie wall. There is 75% damage in the server, ladies and gents. That's a bit of a dodgy re-entry, but manages to get away with it. Holy moly. And it gives that car a bit of a, how you going? Tell you what, mate, you can just go calm it down a little bit. Enough of that. There will be opportunities to pass, let me tell you. Fabian Fitness up behind Hayden Cook. They're going side by side now. As you can see, they're going side by side all over this track. So here goes Fabian Fitness. Nick Mello does the fastest lap of the race so far, a 2:01.6. Pretty good. Oh, a little bit of server lag there. And there goes Fabian Fitness, just been punted there from behind. I don't think that was anyone's fault, but maybe just a little bit of desync there on the server. It's one of those things, ladies and gentlemen, you get that sometimes in sim racing. I tend to keep the equipment. Oh, gee whiz. I tend to use the equivalent of, say, a mechanical breakdown in the real world. It's just something that's out of your control. Sorry, ladies and gents, I'm having an absolute shocker here for my voice. One day it will get better, trust me. I've just had this absolute cracking virus. Thanks to the kids for God knows how long now. If you follow the channel, you'll know. It seems to be every stream I'm coughing my ass out. But hopefully soon I'll be on the mend. Alex McEwen, in the meantime, Alex McEwen looking up with a big sideways moment there from James Bullock. He's done well so far to stay here in the top 5. He's given these fast guys an absolute run for their money so far. Alex McEwen, however, has got McFadden in his sights. And we've seen how clinical he can be on his day. And it might be his day today. He's going to just maybe... just goes the long way around. Thinks about it. Stays away from contact. Stays away from contact, and these guys live to fight another day. They're going to go side by side now. Side by side, as Ray Warren would say. He's going to try and stick it fat around the outside as well, and does so. Holy moly. Can he get the slingshot around? Does his best to stay within track limits as well. That's very well done there from Alex McEwen. But look at this. They're going to go 3 wide now down the pit straight. And who's that joining the party? Is James Claypole looking to make it 4 wide. Do it, son. Oh, there's a bit of contact there from Jason McFadden. Just turning in a bit too early when there was a car there. These guys need to put their radars on. Know that there's a car there before you turn in, ladies and gents. That'll keep you off the wall. Jason McFadden just doing his best to stay on the track, and he does so. Lockie Grant and Fabian Fitness now having a little battle back here for 11th position, or should I say 12th. Lockie Grant's just got the better of it at the moment. Fabian Fitness looking around the outside there, using all the track, getting a nice little slingshot down this back straight. using the mute button to my advantage, ladies and gents, so you don't have to hear me dying in the background. You can just hear the roar of these Renault Clios making their way around the track. Fabian Fitness giving Lockie Grant a fair bit of a hurry up here. And he's copping a bit of his own medicine, having a Clio about the width of a T95 turtle tank. I use Lee Tricklebank's words there in the chat. Thank you for those, Mr. Tricklebank, or the Power Broker, as Zach calls him usually here on the cast. We're going to check in with Tommy Gunn. He's got his hands full there with Nick Mole in front. Trying to get past. We've got a few Tommy fans in the chat last week, so we're going to focus on him for a little while at least, until hopefully he just keeps it on the road. But gee whiz, that's a questionable line going there through turn 7 and 8. Or is it it's 12 and 13? Hard to say. No, it is. It was 12 and 13. But he gets, look at this. Nick Moles just invited him down the inside here. And he's going to make up a position. Here goes Tommy Bodycomb. Now, thank you very much. Up into 21st position. Very nicely done. Oh, no. Big lock up there from behind. That's Nick Mole. And Bodycomb's just he's just come to a complete stop. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know. Well, that's it. He's gone back to the pits. Disappointing stuff there for Bodycomb. Very strange circumstances there as well. He just got the overtake done and then just stopped on the outside. Very strange. We'll see what happened to him. I'm sure he'll jump into the chat and let us know what happened. Lockie Grant and Fabian Fitness, however, still at it. Oh, they both get a little bit squirrely under brakes as well. Lockie Grant just taking the bumpy route up the inside there on the curbs, and that's left himself vulnerable to Fabian, who goes around the outside. Thank you very much, Trailer Park Girls style, and gets that job done. And who's he got in front of him? That's Hayden Cook. So this little foursome here with Illich chiming in on the back. Look at that. Oh, two of them go off. They all go off. This might be open the door there for Illich. Oh, no. That's a terrible re-entry there from Cook. And he's tagged Lachlan Grant, and he will go down a number of positions. Holy, he won't be happy about that. But Sarge Illich was the big winner out of that. Oh, actually, so was Fabian Fitness. Both of those guys just managing to stay dry with all the rubbish that's happening off track. Tell you what, this, ladies and gents, this is a beginner series. This is where you come to learn how to perfect your racecraft. These guys aren't perfect behind the wheel, but I tell you what, the more they join in the action here at Wednesday Cup, they might just become perfect in the racecraft stakes. It's one thing. It's something that's often forgot about in sim racing, is how you conduct yourself around other races. And it's all well and good to go and do 500 laps practice and get really fast around a particular circuit. But once you've got a car in front that is on that same racing line, how do you react? How do you adjust your braking markers? How do you adjust your turn-in markers? How do you adjust your on-throttle markers to sort of deal with that problem of having other cars around you on track? And that's something that doesn't come naturally to a lot of people. It takes hard work. And just as much as doing 500 laps around the circuit, if you can do that with another car side by side with you, you will learn so much more about yourself as a driver. And definitely that's how you sort of make your way around in sim racing, because it's not always rainbows and lollipops with clear air in front of you. Sometimes you've got to scrap it out, like these two are doing right now. But Claypole and Jake Buttigieg going side by side, door handle to door handle. On the back straight here. Here they come. Buttigieg just taking a bit of that sausage curb. These guys giving each other a little bit of room, just enough. And I think that's Alex McEwen joining the party as well. So he's just watching, hoping for a little bit of a gap to present itself, that he'll just slot his little pink car up the inside there somewhere. Here goes Buttigieg now. Oh, getting on the brakes, locking up the rears. These two side by side still. Holy moly. That's Buttigieg. We're trying to get a view here. Where is Claypole? There he goes. He must have just dropped off, got the worst of that run out of the final chicane. But we're going to ride with Alex McEwen now, and he's got Claypole all over the back of him. For how long, who knows, because Alex McEwen is certainly one of the faster guys around the joint. Maybe not so much tonight, because I tell you what, James Claypole, he's got some pace. Oh, geez, he almost gives him a little touch there as well. There's not much between them at the moment. Look at that. The gap there is absolutely fuck all. We are past 8:30, ladies and gentlemen. I will drop my Fs and Cs if I wish. Smoke signals there from James Buttigieg. Smoke signals from the other pair as well. There's I think that's Matthias Falzon there on the outside, or is it? No, it's a different car. Here he is, Falzon the man. He's up there in the third spot. He'd be pretty happy with that. Tell you what, he did start second on the grid, so he has dropped a position. Cohen Tam having an absolute brilliant drive at the moment. We've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Can he hold on for the second spot on the podium? That would be absolutely great stuff for him in the overall standings. Looking down the field, Kumar and Cook getting stuck in at the moment. And Illich, is that Illich or is it a lap car there behind him? Must be a lap car, because Kumar and Hayden Cook getting right into it. We're going to ride on board with Cook here. He's got Kumar in his sights, the number 7. Through this fast little left-right chicane. Right-left, should I say. All these sweeping turns, very hard to set up an overtake. But I'll tell you what, when the mistakes are made like that, it just seems very easy out there at the moment for Hayden Cook. He didn't have to put too much pressure on him at all. Kai McConnell and Nick Mole getting stuck in. The Fredo Frog losing a position there to McConnell. Oh, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Kai McConnell just getting through on the Fredo car, so that's good stuff for him. He moves up in the 20th position. It's 1:16 to go, ladies and gents. Claypole and McEwen are off the track. Oh, no. It's ended in tears. These two are not going to be happy about that. James Claypole buggers off into the distance. So one might think that it was either a racing incident or Alex McEwen just misjudged that and might have caused a little bit of a mishap there between those guys. Meanwhile, the battle for 10th is on. McFadden and Fitness, the battle for 9th, should I say. Can he hold on? He's been under all sorts of pressure this race, Fitness. He hasn't made his way up too far the order. Not like last week, he cut his way through and ended up winning race 2. It's not all happening for him tonight, but he'll be probably happy to take any points out of this race, considering the rubbish that happened at the start. Ryan Nielsen's up next to Nash Smith. So we'll see how these guys conduct themselves down the straight into the little right-hander. Maybe a misshift there from Smith as he drops back. Sends it around the outside. I don't know if that's going to happen for him into turn 4. Looking for the cutback is Nash Smith. Just misjudged the exit. Had to get on the anchors before he love tapped Mr. Nielsen. So they'll fight to another day. But it looks like Nick Mello has actually finished the race. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the winner in race 2. Cohen Tam comes across the line second with Matt Falzon third. Jake Buttigieg crosses the line in 4th. Cooper Nathan for 5th. James Bullock in 6th with James Claypole. A couple of Jameses there in 6th and 7th. Alex McEwen ending up in 8th. With Fabian Fitness and Jason McFadden rounding out your top 10. Ollie Longley in 11th. That's a good drive from him. And Bink Adams will be your pole sitter for race 3. As you can see, ladies and gents, these cars coming across the line thick and fast. You might see some reverse doughies. I don't know. Are they even possible in these cars? Not sure if the reverse doughies are possible, but I'm sure someone will let me know. So they're all across the line. Where were we up to? Watere in 13th. Lockie Grant in 14th. Trenery 15th. Hayden Cook 16th. Illich 17th. Kumar in 18th. Amon in 19th. Nick Mole 20th. Thomas in 21st. Nielsen 22nd. McConnell, Clements, and Sam Dooley making up your top 25 tonight. I'll get the official results up here on the screen. And you lovely people at home can use your own eyes for the final 30. How many were in that race? 36. Gee whiz. Seems like a lot more out there. It's like 36. You think, oh, geez, it's only, 16 more than an F1 race? And that seems pretty sparse to watch. Probably one of the most boring bloody racing categories there is. I don't know why anyone wants to watch that, but away you go. When you could get 36 Renault Clio's going around a virtual track and 20 times the action. Tell you what, it's time for me to have a break, as I'm sure you will all need a break from my dulcet tones as well. We'll be back very shortly, ladies and gents, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with race 3.
One thing they ain't counted on. You fight to win. 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 Just let it blow away. Oh, just let it blow away. Oh, just let it blow away. Oh, just let it blow away. Just let it blow away. just let it blow away. Oh, just let it blow away. Oh, just let it blow away.
We're back here in the sensational studio, ladies and gentlemen. The words of It's Terry Berry, we're so back. Yes, we are, absolutely. And thank you all so much for hanging around so far. We just had a little bit of a technical difficulty there on the server that had to be restarted. So we've got another 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go before the start of race 3. James Claypole is off the front row with Bink Adams next to him. Ollie Longley, Jason McFadden Fitness, Simi Kewen, Bullock, Cooper Nathan, Buddha Falzon, Tam Mello, Watere, Grant, Trenery, Cook, Illich, Kumar, and Amon make up your top 20. Who's going to win this one? Who's going to come second? Who's going to come third? It's tell you what, if anyone can predict it, they get a sensational TV race pack sent to them. That's not a real thing, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It's all fiction here on the channel. But one day we're going to have some prize packs that we can send out to people that can predict the third race of the evening and how it pans out. With the top 12, anything's possible. And with how some of these guys have been driving, it's anything can happen. I'll give you the hot tip. We've seen trials, we've seen tribulations, we've seen hiccups, we've seen some good battles too. So you can't count that out either. About 2 minutes away from a start. See how many cars we've got in the server here for this one. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 36 cars. Not bad for a Wednesday night series. I'll give you the tip. There are some leagues in the country who can't get 37 across the entire series. And that's like V8 supercars or something too. These are just your Wednesday Cup muck around series. It's the beast. The snowball be snowballing, as they say. I'll tell you what, we are close to a start. These guys will be rip-roaring and ready to go. After a little bit of a server malfunction on the way in. I can hear the revs starting to click up. So we're going to join them down on trackside now. Try and get a nice position for the start of the race. Where's it going to be? Let's we'll just park it up here. There will be a different angle once we get going as well, ladies and gents. you haven't yet done so, we are on the road to 400 subscribers. So if you can, give that subscribe button a little hit, and the bell if you're interested in getting the notifications each week. So we go live at the moment about 3 times a fortnight. 9 seconds to go, gents and ladies, and we're almost ready for a start. Once I see that sensational van head back into the pit lane, we are good to change camera angles. And it's away. It's a very slow start there from the front row. That's Bink Adams, who's had an absolute cracker, as well as Ollie Longley it was, who absolutely had a cracking start off the line. So he will jump into second position there with Bink Adams in third. It looks like Alex McEwen's made his way up into fourth. Copped a little bit of a bump there from Chase McFadden. Again, those two guys come together. Geez, they're not having a good luck time with each other. But look at this back here with Bullock. No, but further back, there's a bit of a gaggle here with Nick Mello and Alex McEwen. That's Buttigieg, or is that Bullock there on the inside? It is Buttigieg on the inside. Sorry, I'm trying to find my bearings here as they all shoot down to turn 4. This is where it's going to happen, folks. They're going 4 wide up ahead. Smoke signals everywhere, but it seems to give each other enough room. Oh, there's a very tight turn. Look at that, 4 wide, and everyone gets around and does a great job. Wow, look at that. We're getting some vision now from the track. Look at that, streaming down the back straight. Very nice to watch. Holy moly. James Claypole is out to a 1.2 second lead, however. We're going to look down the track here. Sarge Illich looking up the inside of a few cars in front. There's more cars everywhere, but tell you what, there isn't. There's no carnage yet. These guys have kept it fairly clean for the most part. That's Nash Adams just taking a wide line there through 7 and 8. Wowee, look at them all come down now towards turn 14. Turn 14? No. Turn 12. The little chicane, left and right. Right and left, should I say, into turn 14. No one's been turned around yet. This is absolutely cracking driving here from the field. And watch them all slam through this nice little sweeping right and left up towards the pointy end. James Claypole is still out in front as he comes across the line now for lap 1. And look at that, there's a big gap to second. That's, to third. There's Fabian Fitness up his ass almost, with a big gap to Ollie Longley there in third. Big Adams crosses the line, and he's got Mello and Bullock giving him all sorts of curry as well. Look at this field as you can see them coming out of that of that chicane down the front straight there. Wow, a few cars having to go through the pit lane there, maybe a little bit of damage, but James Bullock and Nick Mello are side by side. Here they go, they're not giving each other an inch. Who's got the slipstream? It looks like Mello's just sort of parked himself behind Bink Adams, trying to get a bit of that suck down towards the hard braking zone here in turn 4. Oh, a bit of a lock up there from Adams. There goes, I think that was Buttigieg as well. He's having no luck under brakes tonight. Geez, he's been turned around a few times under his own steam. So maybe just probably want to set the brake balance forward a little bit or something. Adjust that brake pedal so it's not so aggressive. Thirteen minutes to go. Ladies and gents, there is a change for the lead. Or is it? No, there is. James Claypole's had a mistake there. And look at the lead now. Fitness has 3.5 seconds. James Claypole was going very slowly there. Absolutely heartbreak for him. Still on the search for his first win here in the Wednesday Cup. Look at this little battle here. Ollie Longley up the inside. Bink Adams around the outside. And he's got Mello and Bullock there as well. Behind them, Cohen Tam, Lockie Grant, Illich and Falzon. All getting stuck into each other. What an absolutely cracking stuff. Cooper Plays has just been disqualified. I don't know what that is about, but I'll check in with the stewards. There's not much I can do, unfortunately, as I don't run the server here. I just commentate on it. Cooper, there would be Nathan Cooper. Or Cooper Nathan, should I say. what would be a reason to get disqualified? Maybe speeding into the pit lane if you did go into the pit lane. I don't know. I'm all out of ideas there, but thankfully it is only the last race of the night, so you'll be back next week, and hopefully we can get those bugs sorted out for you. I'm very sorry to hear that, but Lockie Grant and Falzon going side by side. Whoa, geez, there's not much between them. Look at that. An official bee's dick there between those guys as they turn down into turn 4. Wowee. I'm on board with Lachlan Grant. Just going through the server logs as I do this, Cooper, so I'm just trying to figure out what happened to you. But I am a mere male, so I cannot do too much things at the one time. Lucky Grant, looks like Bink Adams and Falzon here going side by side now. Up into turn 12 and 13 of Imola. Oh, a little bit of a push and shove. Lockie Grant's going to look to take advantage of that. Bink Adams goes off the road, comes back on, and now he's going to have his hands full with cars coming in at a rate of knots. Oh, gee whiz. Bit of pushing and shoving as well. That is James Bullock in the yellow car. Oh, is that right? We are 1 off 400, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching at home and have not put the subscribe in, please do so. You will be the 400th one, and we will endeavour to get you something. If we do end up making some merch, you will get one. Trust me on that. We do get the notifications on the channel, so we will be able to identify you. One sub away from 400. That's absolutely cracking stuff here on the channel. Well, as you can see, Bink Adams is loving that news. He gets right out sideways. Oh, here goes Bullock. Looks for the inside. There wasn't much doing. Had to pull out of it. And in that gets caught up with Falzon now up the inside. So these guys just having a good old crack. It's a little foursome. Angus Bales. Congrats on the big 400. We'll be in touch when we have merch. Excuse me. Oh, I might be dead by then if this bloody cough keeps up. I'll tell you what, this little five-way here, racing pack headed by Lockie Grant, and has now been joined by Hayden Cook. We're going to ride on board with Cookie and see what he can see. Oops, we had the view. There it is. Ah, there goes, oh no, Illich looking very sideways. Bullock getting involved as well. Falzon just having to stick behind him. Let's get out of there because we want to see all the action here on track. 9 minutes to go now in the final race of the evening. Go Ashy, he says. Who's Ashy? We can focus on them. Clements, Clements? Ashton, there you go. There's your man, number 4 here. He's getting the hurry up here from Mitchell Cole as well. So we're going to just zoom in and see what Mitchell Cole can do for Ashton Clements here at the moment. Looking up into turn 12 and 13. I'll learn these corners by the end of the night. There's an errant car off the track there as well. We're into turn 14. And Clements doing a great job holding Mitchell Cole at bay. And that's Jake Buttigieg in the background there in the red, yellow and blue. He's got plenty of pace. I'll tell you what, he's had some bad luck tonight. He's been up and down this order like an absolute yo-yo. So Clements just building that gap out as well. He was under all sorts of trouble, and now he's built that gap back out to 8/10, and that'll do it. His last time around was a 2:05.8, and now he's got a bit of clear air behind. The pressure valve has been released. Gets a bit sideways as well through this little section here into turn 3, right out sideways. Great driving there, great car control from Ashton Clements. He's in the top 15, ladies and gents, having an absolute drive here tonight. He's got Mitchell Cole, he's absolutely gapped him. Now he's under big trouble here. He's under big pressure from Jake Buttigieg. Will he look up the inside here in the braking zone at turn 4? He's just pulled out of the slipstream, showing his nose to make sure that Mitchell Cole knows he's there, and I'm sure he does by now, but just can't get on the brakes late enough to make a charge at it. And in the meantime, Clements is just buggering off down the street, and he's got about a 4-second gap to Watere in front of him. So keep an eye on him, because I tell you what, the more he turns up, you'll see him just getting better and better results. He races with him in real life. Good stuff. What category do you guys race in, Angus Bales? So we'll get that info soon, because it's all on again. Cole and Buttigieg side by side, and poor old Clements, as I've taken my eyes off the screen, he's made a little mistake, and now he's back there behind Jake Buttigieg. They're going to go racing side by side here, up through 12 and 13 into the braking zone of 14. But he'll live to fight another day, and he's going to put the charge here on Jake Buttigieg. Just looking pretty good, looking pretty racy as well. We're right on board and see how he attacks it. Races the Hyundai XLs. They probably handle pretty similarly to these things, so I assume he's pretty much used to the front wheel drive. Look at that! Just the smoke signals there from Cole and Buttigieg in front, and it was like the Magic Man just appeared out of the smoke screen, and there he was. Had a couple of cars going very slowly in front of him. Cops a little bit of a bump from Cole as well, but he's got the better running here down the front straight, and he might just have the first dip into turn 1. He does, and just crosses the nose of Cole and gets his way back. Oh no, they've both gone off into the kitty litter, and he's gone back a position again. Oh no, I tell you what. He's the yo-yo at the moment, Mr. Clements. He's going up and down. He's up and down like a roller coaster, or is it side to side? I don't know. It's but we've got Ashton's race engineer in the chat here. Angus Bales is telling him to push. It's time to get the hammer on, Mr. Clements. Get your pedal to the metal. And let's see some overtaking here. He does. He gets on the gets on the brakes late, makes the move, but Cole's looking for the switchback, and he does. Look at that, just nicely gets it done. These two guys are side by side at the moment. We're going to just check, in fact, how far they are from each other. About a foot in it. But who's got the inside? It's going to be Cole. What are they going to do here? Someone's going to have to yield, and it is Clements. Cole takes the 16th position again. But I tell you what, these guys are just like a couple of magnets here, getting right out sideways. Cole's practicing his drift work here in the front wheel drives. It's like he's got a couple of Macca's trays under the rear wheels of this Renault Clio. But we're going to join back with these guys later, as Alex McEwen is right up beside Ryan Nielsen now, battling for the top 10. These guys getting stuck in. Ryan Nielsen was right up there. I remember last week he was in the top 5 for quite some time. Whoa, a little bit. Just, oh, what about that? I don't think Alex would be too happy with that move. Gee whiz, just pushed him right out towards the fence. That's Michael Schumacher style. Dirty racing, we don't know. It's all happening here at the Wednesday Cup. Holy moly. The battle for second position is on as well. We're going to look up there. James Claypole and Nick Mello getting stuck in. I think Nick Mello has just got past James Claypole, in fact. Claypole not letting him go. If he can stick in that slipstream, there's a fair bit of... there's a lot of long straights. There's a lot of flat to the floor here at Magny-Cours. So a fair bit of suckage to be had in these Renault Clios. Back down the field. No, that was just a timing tower incident there. We'll get back to these two, because this is the battle for second position. James Claypole's been having a fair bit of hot pace all night. Bit unlucky there in race 1. Race 2 came 12th, and so he found himself on pole for race 3. And we saw a little bit of a mistake there to let Fitness go through to the lead, and since then Fitness has just put 7.5 seconds on this pair. Nick Mello coming through as well, so Fitness on fire. I tell you what, who's going to stop him in this series? He is building the points on every race to his competitors, and he's certainly building the time spread between these two as well as they battle it out. Buttigieg and Kumar now. Buttigieg just finding himself in a bit of bad luck at the start of this race, so he's on a bit of a comeback trail. He was clear of Cole, and look at that. Cole's 11 seconds down the road, so I think Cole must have made a little bit of mistake there. Must have made a little bit of a mistake down the line somewhere. Buttigieg with a really nice line through there. Doesn't take the piss, but gets a nice little slingshot down onto the pit straight. Battle's on here, ladies and gents. This is the battle for 10th position. Top 10 bragging rights. We've had a couple of DNFs down the field. Bing Adams is out. Tom McCall's out. Lockie Grant's out. And Sam Bensley is out as well. The war of attrition's on. It's 1:35 to go, ladies and gents. Fabian Fitness won't be caught from there. It's pretty much in the bag for him. 7.5 seconds down the road to Nick Mello, who has now gapped James Claypole as well. So it's all happening there. These two, side by side, down into turn 4. Whoa. Using a lot of the curbing tonight has Jake Buttigieg, and I think that might have been his demise in a few of these instances. Just as we went through in the pre-game show, the curbs and these cars don't really mix that well, so you can't really attack them as much as you would like. And we've seen a few of these cars just getting a little bit upset by their interactions with these curbs at such high speeds. But he's managed to hold that together, and he is now into 10th position. Alex McEwen and Nick Mull trading positions. But the next nearest battle on track is Daniels and Clements. Look at this. Look at Daniels just way off the track there. I don't know what he's doing out there in the bunda. Oh, no! Clements has just absolutely missed his brake marker there. There's a turn there, champion. Around he goes. Dax Daniel, I think, just redressed that position as well. So those guys must have got a little bit of a tangle up between each other. Dax Daniel doing the right thing and letting Ashton Clements through back into that position. Look at that. Nice car control. Right out sideways. Oh, can he hold on to it? He does. Beautiful stuff. So, yeah, he's missed the mark there big time, Angus. That's one for the ages. Matty Fowles on now. This is the battle for 4th position. He's got Jake Bullock in the bright yellow there. Just switches to the inside. The little fake dummy down into turn 4. Is it going to work for him? Bullock looking for the switchback, and as we've seen plenty of times in this race, these guys are going to go side by side up this second straight towards the Nürburgring set of turns here. 7 and 8. Fast flowing right left chicane. Whoa, look at that. Matty Falson takes that position. He's up into 4th place. He was the fastest during practice. He was the fastest during qualifying. But I'll tell you what, the race just hasn't turned out the way he would have planned or would have liked. It's the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to ride on board with Fabian Fitness as he comes up towards the final few corners of tonight's racing. He's been unstoppable in round 1, and he's been nigh on unstoppable here in round 2. He's only got a couple turns to go. He can taste the finish line, ladies and gents. Here he goes across the final chicane. Fabian Fitness takes out race 3, should I say, of round 2 here at Wednesday Cup. He's going to take some stopping here in this series. Holy, 2 out of 3 races. That's good stuff. That means that's 5 out of 6 races in this series that he can take that checkered flag away from. Who's going to stop him? It's Nick Mello in 2nd position, but he's made a pact to not qualify, so he's up against it already. James Claypole showed some signs of brilliance in this race. Only joined the series this afternoon, so he's only going to get better. Matthias Falzon as well. Plenty of pace over a 1-lap spread. Once he gets that racecraft under his belt, he will be a formidable force as well. Hayden Cook over the line in 5th. That's got to be his best outcome here in this series so far. Congratulations on a top 5 finish. The chef is cooking. Alex McEwen in 6th position. James Bullock held on to a top 10. Pretty good stuff there from him. Nick Mull as well in 8th position. Jake Buttigieg up against it with a fair bit of bad luck, and Ollie Longley rounds out your top 10. Ladies and gentlemen, Oh, there's so much action in this series. I tell you what, it is so hard to call by yourself. I'll be a happy man next week when I get my partner in crime back, Mr. Zach O'Reilly, if he ever comes back home from Bali. By the pictures, I tell you what, he's having a good time over there. I'll have to get him to bring me back a carton of bintang. Ladies and gents, who was our driver of the day? It's got to be someone in the server. We're gonna go. We're gonna go with Mr. Cook because let's tell you what, top 5 finish. He'll be absolutely pumped about that. So he's done a great job, and we've not seen him on the commentary, which is a good thing. He's just sat in silence out there on the track. Had a fairly unassumed night, which is a good thing, really. Champ Street. Who's it going to be? We'll go with Bodycam because he's the only one left in the server at the moment. So, poor old Tommy, come back next week, mate. You will improve. Champion. All right. Oh, we got Zachy. Zach's in the chat. Chef for driver of the day. Yep, absolutely. Getting the top 5 finish there. Brilliant stuff from him. Brody Barber, first time in the server. First time I've seen him there. Cross the line in 15th. Good to see. And good to see an in-lap. Makes my job a hell of a lot easier. But I tell you what, after 3 races of absolute action, these guys are probably keen to hit the showers with a bit of talcum powder. Actually, no, what's the call here? Hang on. I've got something for us here, ladies and gents. It's certainly not worth the wait. But a lot of these guys wanting to hit the showers, they'd be hitting it early. And I tell you what, reaching for the talcum powder. Told you it wasn't worth it. Ladies and gents, can we get the calendar up? We do. That was Magny-Cours GP circuit. Next week, it is actually not going to be the Milwaukee Mile because we found a little problem in that track. So most likely, we're going to move Mid-Ohio forward. Then we're going to get another oval track to slot in there in Mid-Ohio spot. So 7th of August next week, we're going to be hitting Mid-Ohio, which is kind of a similar track to this, but not as many straights. A lot of winding undulation, which is great for racing. Actually, it's got a very similar third sector. One of my favourite tracks to race on, and anyone's if you're a sim racer. It's a fantastic cracking circuit there over in the US of A. Zachy will be back next Wednesday, thank God, because my voice is just about to go. I got a gig on Friday night, so I've got to try and conserve it from now till then. But congratulations to us to hit the 400 subscriber mark here in tonight's broadcast. So thank you very much all for watching. It's been a good journey so far. Excuse me, caught me mid cough there, ladies and gents. Thank you very much for sticking around to the end. It's been a fantastic night of racing. Next time you'll see us will be, or see me, rather, will be this Sunday night when AK Racing hit Portimao in Portugal for round 2 of their V8 Supercar, or it's round 3. We'll figure it out. Of the V8 Supercar Championship. Cracking racing to come there. That's going to be a big night of racing indeed. So if you're down for a bit more of that action, join us here on Sunday night. But until then, I have been Chris Munro. Let's see if I can bring the comms graphic up. Is it going to work? It is not. I have been Chris Munro. Zach O'Reilly has been on holidays in Bali, so good for him. And we'll see you all again on Sunday night. Thank you very much.